Hey, how's it going, guys? It's a Ranger thing back here. Just wanted to give you guys an update on old Greg. Any of you guys that have watched any of my previous videos, you've seen that I had a lot of negative camber, and that was due to some bad control arms. This side's actually still got a little bit. Not sure if the camera's picking it up, but this side's got a little bit left still, and I think my cam bolts just moved a little. Let me see. No, I think it's just a bad lower ball joint as well, which is fine. I didn't have high expectations when I bought this one. I knew it was rough when I picked it up. Goodness gracious. There we go. I knew it was rough when I picked it up, so I didn't expect anything crazy. But I went ahead, I put new upper control arms on it. I didn't do an install video on that, mostly because I'm starting a new job right now, and well, I wanted to be well rested, and I had a late start getting started on putting them on. It didn't take very long, quite honestly. The passenger side probably took a good 30 minutes, and this side probably took 20 minutes. But I mean, I'm not really sure you guys want to watch me change control arms. And if you guys do, let me know. I'll change control arms for you. But the camera may not pick this up as well, but there is a little bit of rake. The rear sits up a little higher, and that's mostly due to them picking up a much larger shackle than what I usually put on mine. That shackle, it's just a little bit bigger than the usual ones that I use, and actually, in all honesty, it kind of looks weaker than the ones that I use. The ones that I use are made quite a bit different, and I feel like that would buckle where the ones that I usually buy wouldn't. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it for now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the thing that everyone tells you not to do when you buy a four-wheel drive 4.0 Ranger. I'm going to crank the keys the rest of the way up. Why am I going to do that? The answer to that one's extremely simple. Because I like the way it looks. Yes, if you do that, you're going to have to replace upper and lower, or sorry, not lower control arms. You're going to have to replace upper control arms all the time because the ball joint is built into them, so it's all one piece. You're also going to have to replace lower ball joints all the time. Your hubs are probably going to go bad pretty often. And all that is because when you crank those keys up, it pulls this control arm down. And right now, there's a good 1.5 inch gap between there. Well, I'm going to knock that down to about 1/2 inch. And what that's going to mean is when the suspension hits full droop, well, obviously it won't hit full droop. Well, you know, I take that back. It will. Full droop on these is going to be when the upper control arm hits the frame. I don't know why Ford designed it that way, but that's where it stops. And there's no bump stop up top to stop that metal on metal contact. But when that happens, when those two connect, it takes all that force and shoves it into your bushings. And then once those bushings are maxed out, it takes that force and puts it into your upper ball joint. Once that's maxed out, it puts it through your knuckle into your lower ball joint, and then inevitably to your hub as well. And so it's just a bunch of extra forces that's gonna just wear your parts out a lot faster. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna go ahead and crank the keys up. Because, well, upper control arms aren't that expensive. They're mean, you can find them on Rock Auto time to time for $15 a piece, shipped. And I mean, that's not bad enough for me to want my truck to sag in the front. And yeah, I mean, they don't take very long to replace, so it is what it is. Lower ball joints, I would guess you could easily find one for $4 or $5 shipped. Inner and outer tie rods, those are cheap. I don't remember the prices on those. CV axles, that's where it gets expensive. But here's the thing. If you're off-roading your Ranger or anything like that, chances are you're going to break one anyway. I'm not saying they're the weakest thing ever, the weakest link on a Ranger, because they're not. But they break. And so what you do is you go to AutoZone, you buy one that's got a lifetime warranty on it, and when you break it, you go get a new one. Simple as that. And it doesn't take that long to change that out either. If you're good at it, you know, you can do it in probably a good hour a piece for each one. And hubs, same thing. Get them from AutoZone, replace them with a lifetime warranty. Now, the big thing that's gonna suck is this rear axle. I'm trying to find a cheap 410 rear 8.8 out of an actual Ranger because I like the way that it's set up better rather than having crappy welded blocks on top of the axle. I'd rather have the factory welded mounts. But that's just me. You may be okay with having crappy welded blocks.